When our ex is dating someone, it's very frequent for us to behave in a certain way, and in this video I want to share the 6 common behaviors that I see that are toxic, that will prevent you from getting back with your ex. The point of this video is not to blame you for having this urge to react a certain way, but to take that distance, right, and find ways to, rather than reacting emotionally, rather than doing things because you're hurt, find ways to replace those behaviors with something healthy and mature, because that's what will sort of change your ex's perspective on the relationship and on yourself. Jingle.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
So as I discussed in the intro, when we lose someone, this object, we feel the urge to possess this person, possess this object. We objectify the person we were in love with. It's very similar to the limerence effect. And so our instinct will push to destroy this new object. I don't want you to possess my object, and I will do everything possible to destroy you. This is a human reaction, but obviously that's not the right way to react. And I'm making this video because you are better than that. I'm making this video so you can take that distance and learn how to, first of all, cope with the situation, that is your ex dating someone, but also make the right decision, take the right action. Because if your ex is dating someone, it's probably a rebound relationship that will fail eventually. But when this relationship will fail and your ex will have to compare between your relationship and that relationship, between you and that new partner, they will also assess your behavior after the breakup, how you handled this breakup. The first behavior is social media stalking. Of course, we all have this temptation to know what are they up to, what are they doing, will they see my stories? It's an idea of trying to make sense of the decision, trying to know more about what's going on. Also an idea of the temptation to know, is she better than me? Is he better looking? What are they doing? The impact of this behavior is that will prevent you from focusing on yourself, which is the most important thing, if not the only thing that you need to do right now. And when you focus your attention on their stories, what they're up to, you also feel more negativity, because it reinforces the idea of a situation you don't want. You don't want to be single, you don't want your ex to be dating that person. And by facing this every single day, every time you have a notification, every time you check on your phone, that reinforces this negativity. Right now your job is to bring as much positivity as possible in your life and remove the negativity. And of course, the challenge for you is to really be aware that this urge to get that very short-term reward, i.e. getting news from a notification, that's how social media are designed, is to give us a shot of dopamine every time we get a new notification, a new picture, a new video. The thing is, when it's about your ex, this shot of dopamine will very quickly shift into resentment, into depression, into anger. That's not what we want right now. So unfollow your partner, unfollow them from social media, don't block them, unfollow them. Whatever you're going to read and see about their relationship won't help you to feel better, won't help you to heal, and won't help you to get back together. That would be the opposite. The second thing is asking around. It's very tempting to ask your friends, how is she, how is he, trying to compare. Again, we are in this idea of making sense of it. I know what I had, I want to understand what are they doing. Is it serious? What are they doing, their plan? When you act like this, the problem is that you're showing others that you haven't really grieved the relationship, that you're still clingy. And very often what happens is indirectly they will share that message to your ex. And again, our job right now is to make sure that the way your ex sees you throughout this post-breakup phase is in a positive way. They don't want to be comparing you and your relationship and labeling that relationship or labeling yourself as someone clingy, needy, who can't do anything without them. Because if at this stage, after when this relationship will fail, because it will fail, they realize, what do I want? And they have this image of you asking about what you're doing, trying to sort of invade their space, and we'll discuss that in the last point of this video, the sixth element, the sixth behavior. They will push back, and you have no chance of getting back together. So again, really be aware of this impulse and making sure that this impulse actually is not working for you. Third one, dwelling on the past. So this is more sort of something that happens in your head rather than in the environment. The I should have, could have, the if only I. The thing is, a breakup is an opportunity to reflect on the past, on of patterns, of things that didn't work out. And it's normal, and you have to do that work. And it's healthy to do this introspection. But understand that once you've done that introspection, and it shouldn't take months to do that, it should take weeks. For example, when I onboard clients, this introspection is like we do 1 or 2 sessions, and I don't want to spend like hours on that. Because most of the work now is going forward, is like projecting yourself, designing your life. The idea of the reflection and introspection is understanding your needs, understanding how you can change your internal working models. And once you know that, is applying them. So it's really 10% of theory, 10% of introspection, 90% of action. So really remember that anytime you find yourself dwelling on the past, being nostalgic, you are preventing you from moving forward. You are slowing the process for you to feel better, to move forward, to project yourself into a new life. Because this new life is what will attract your ex if you want to get back together. It's very important to remember this. So as part of your work, if you work with a therapist, is really having more awareness that your thoughts, are they about the past? Are they about the future? What am I spending my emotional bandwidth, my mental bandwidth on? If it's about the past, trust me, it's not going to work. You have to force yourself, and it will happen. Sometimes you will dwell on the past, you will wake up in the morning or go to bed feeling nostalgic. That's fine to have those thoughts. What is not fine is to let those thoughts decide the future. Let those thoughts decide your well-being, your mental state. You can affect this. That's what we do in therapy, whether it's you work with someone who does DBT or CBT like my business partner, like Elizabeth, whether it's talking therapy like myself. It's really right now the opportunity to learn about those things. And again, you don't have to be your impulse, you don't have to be your emotions. Number 4, bashing the rebound. So this is obviously very toxic. This is obviously very bad. It feels like if I push that person down, if I undermine this person, well, in contrast, I will look better. If I show to my ex, and I've had cases like that, was my client she had this cunning plan to show her ex that new boyfriend was mean or was a loser, or her ex-boyfriend's partner was like a loser. The problem is that you bring toxic vibes, and also it's reinforcing negativity in your life, and you build a negative image of you. Again, here we are trying to build an image of someone strong, someone mature. If you try to bash the rebound, there's a huge risk that your ex will feel like they are trying to manipulate me. They are not mature, and I don't want to deal with that. So of course, if they come to decide whether they should continue with this relationship, whether they should stay single, and one of the options is to get back with you, and they feel that you are 6 years old trying to bash their partner, it's not going to work. This one is very obvious, but it's very common. So I know you know it's bad, but I'm here to remind you, it's bad, don't do it. Maybe remember me saying this, when you're about to do something and you ask yourself, and you see myself saying like, it's bad, don't do it, then don't do it, please. Number 5, seeking revenge. Similar to bashing your ex. Spreading rumors, damaging their reputation. Same as number 5 is really about using the grandma filter. And then after I will explain, I will do a recap. The grandma filter is like, look at anything you do right now and ask yourself whether your grandma or your mother would be proud of you if she knew that you did this. Okay, it's very simple, the same as like reminding yourself that Alexi told you is bad. The impact is, of course, when you get revenge on something, you have a satisfaction. I'm not gonna lie, it's true. But the problem is that it's gonna be short-lived, and the risk is that your ex will never gonna get you back. They will feel betrayed. They will feel you're not respecting their life. They've asked to be on their own, or they have to break up and have time to reflect, and they dated someone, and so you have to respect this. Even though this person, you don't like this person, you don't understand why they are dating this person, it doesn't make sense. I would even argue that if you don't understand why they are dating this person, you shouldn't be worried about that. If you don't understand why they are together, don't be upset, be grateful. Because that means this relationship is meant to fail. And so stop focusing on understanding why they are dating this person. Focusing on what you could do in your life. So when your ex dumps this person, or when they get dumped, because sometimes it happens, you'll be at the right place, at the right time. So a quick recap. Toxic behaviors, healthy behaviors. So social media stalking, limit your checking your ex social media. So unfollow them, don't block them, unfollow them. Seeking information, respect privacy, focus on personal growth. Bashing the new partner. Practice empathy if you can, but focus on, reframing those negative self-talk. It's not going to bring anything positive in your life and anything constructive in your life. Sabotaging the new relationship. Accept the breakup. It's very important. Right now you don't have to, your job is not to save the breakup. For your ex, it's over. Your job will be to start a new one. Okay, so stop really trying to do this. Seeking revenge, so let go. There's a lot of content about let go on my channel where you can learn to really let go of the resentment. Focus on yourself right now. That's the only thing that matters. And dwelling on the past, again, moving forward positively. Stop looking in the past. If you found this video helpful, don't hesitate to like. You can also subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
For a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer.